So I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this subject. Maybe give me 4, 5, 6 minutes on what I'm going to touch on in the New England Patriots and Bill Belichick. There's been a lot of scuttlebutt going around talking about how Bill Belichick is washed. I heard someone on FS1 the other day say he wasn't good. You don't win 6 titles being bad at your job when it comes to coaching. This weird phenomenon that it can't be both Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, it can only be one. Tom Brady, clearly at this point, inarguably at this point, was about 65% the Patriot way. He got guys in line. One of the best things about Tom Brady is he was a real coach on the field. But this notion, this ideology that Bill Belichick is some incompetent buffoon is crazy. Is Bill Belichick over his skis? And is he staying a little too long? Yes. But Bill Belichick is one of the greatest coaches, if not the greatest coach in NFL history. Super analytical, always got things correctly, had the smartest players on the field, not the most talented players on the field, and won schematically each and every year. Sure, Tom Brady was mostly the reason why the Patriots succeeded. But if you think Bill Belichick just sucks, or Bill Belichick was never good, you don't know football. I don't care if you played the sport. If you think a guy in Bill Belichick can win 6 rings, then and just be an incompetent buffoon, then yeah, I can't help you. Bill Belichick obviously needs a quarterback. Mac Jones, he just ain't it. I don't know if it's because they waited too long to get him a real offensive coordinator. I don't know if it's because he could never play in the first place, but he showed some real promise his rookie year. He went to the playoffs, got absolutely annihilated, and Bill Belichick was one of the running forces for that. He is an incredible, competent, smart defensive mind, maybe the greatest defensive coach in NFL history. Has not been great getting the offensive side of the ball correct, but not a lot of great people are. I mean, not a lot of people can get that side of the ball correct. It's hard. But Bill Belichick, he's a top 5 coach in the NFL history. It is totally okay to say Tom Brady, 65%. Bill Belichick, 35%. But to think that Tom Brady could have won 6 Super Bowls without Bill Belichick, it's just dumb. It's just stupid at this point. Sure, Bill Belichick has stayed and overstayed his welcome for 2 years, probably too many now. And he's become more grumpy, and he's become more just absolutely controlling of the situation in New England. He's the GM, he's the coach, and he deserves a good amount of blame for what's happened in Foxborough over the past 3 seasons. But to not look at it and say the success he's had doesn't outweigh the bad times that we had, you can want to ship away Bill Belichick. That's fine. Bill Belichick probably needs to go at the end of the season. This is not a standing Bill Belichick rant. This is one of those things that's just show some respect to one of the greatest coaches in NFL history. This guy is not a dummy. He's been around football since he was like 12 years old in coaching staffs, in coaching meetings. This guy gets the game. But it's okay. He can walk away now. But don't paint this broad brush that Bill Belichick is this some incompetent buffoon that rode the coattails of Tom Brady for however long, 2 decades, winning Super Bowl after Super Bowl. You forget that most of the defenses, if not all of them, on the Tom Brady Super Bowls, scratch that, all of the Tom Brady defenses were elite. They were all very, very good. So to look at what Bill Belichick has built now, which is still a pretty good defense, and he still takes players from other places that don't work, a.k.a. J.C. Jackson, plugs them in, and they're good again. We've seen players leave the Patriots. Think they're better off without Bill Belichick. They come back because they realize they weren't built for that on their own. They fit a system. But it's very funny to me because for a long time it was Team Hoodie and Bill Belichick or Team TB12 and the Tom Brady thing. Who is more responsible? And people for the longest time said, Bill Belichick is 75% responsible. Tom Brady's a system quarterback, which, by the way, was the stupidest thing I'd ever heard. When it came to sports, that was just stupid if you ever thought Tom Brady was a system quarterback. But it's okay to say, Tom Brady, 65%. Bill Belichick, 35%. You don't have to just be, well, it's 50-50. Well, it's 60-40, Tom. Well, it's 75-25. Bill Belichick is the greatest coach ever. It takes two to tango, guys. Bill Belichick is awesome. Bill Belichick has done a ton of great things in the NFL, but he's aged himself out. He's still an NFL great, and if the Patriots were smart, they would move off of Bill Belichick and not do what the Pittsburgh Steelers are doing. And that's holding on to a guy in Mike Tomlin for 5 seasons too long, strictly because he's never had a losing season. And holding on to Bill Belichick because, well, he's got 6 Super Bowls. This is a what have you done for me lately league. And Bill Belichick, although not an incompetent buffoon like some people want to make him out to be, he is still ready to be done in this league. He's not a great GM. He's not a great evaluator of talent over the last 5, 6, 7 years, even with Tom Brady. But it's okay. Both things can be true. The Patriot way was mostly Brady, 65-35. Bill Belichick has pretty much aged himself out. Bill Belichick, it is time for him to move on. The Patriots would be smart to move on, or they can do the Pittsburgh Steelers thing. Hold on to a guy forever in Big Ben and not let him retire, or not let go of a guy in Mike Tomlin who's never had a losing season. It's time to move on, and Bill Belichick is still one of the greatest coaches in NFL history. Maybe not the best, but he's up there in the Mount Rushmore of coaches in NFL history.